Hello guys and girls, and welcome back to I Rant About Stuff. This is I Rant About Stuff 5, the video version, The Empire Strikes Back.
Make sure your house is earthquake proof. Sorry. Slip of the tongue. What do you want from me?
This may rock your world.
We've never actually completed Deus Ex
Before.
So, yeah, where do you want to start?
Well, for starters, we're not using the script because we've tried that about 10 times, actually. And
we weren't happy with any of them.
And they all seem lifeless, so we're going to try and do this as a podcast. The only thing we have a script of is the problems with the game, so we can actually remember them.
Yeah, because
this is pretty much here just so we can look and remember those specific parts and just, podcast it.
So yeah, it was just like...
this is an experiment of sorts.
Yeah, it's just like $10 on Steam, so I thought, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
We got nothing better to do.
Got nothing better to do at the time, and it was...
And now, what do we have to do? Well, you're making a music video, and I'm writing another...
Oh, yeah.
I'm writing...
I've got, like, three videos that I've made myself.
Yeah.
Two of them are just static pictures with Asura's Wrath songs, and one is a more effect heavy, which I still need you to edit, by the way, just to make sure I get it right.
Mm-hmm. And I'm
not sure whether or not to upload them.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've got some other projects on the way as well.
Yeah, I've got some stories I'm writing.
Plus I'm waiting for the release date of Metal Gear Rising, so we can do a rant on that one too.
Yeah.
It's like I was watching gameplay and I thought, wow, that is awesome. That's what Devil May Cry should have been. DMC Devil May Cry should have been that.
You can take that as a sort of teaser word for the actual rant, which is actually the next one. Because
probably
we
uploaded
haven't...
like tomorrow or so.
Yeah, because we haven't fucking turned the corner yet.
No, we decided to take the scenic route.
And we're probably going to have to backpedal for this one. And of course, I'm also doing the next IRAS 6 revamped. And some other projects, so yeah, we got stuff going on.
Yep. New Reaper jokes. So
yes, he's actually getting more involved this time. I think the Devil May...
I still can't believe that when you started the game, you shot the robot. The robot that was clearly designated as friendly, and you shot it. What was going through your head?
I was like, just kill the robot. I need more ammo. Kill the robot. But then I found out that pistol rounds don't work on heavy dense armor.
Oh, well, live and learn.
Or miniguns, for that matter.
You got turned into Swiss cheese.
Yeah, you could have put it on a piece of bread and called it a sandwich. All you need is some ham. Ham and cheese sandwiches, yum, yum, yum. Turkey, ham, it's fun, fun, fun.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have that stuck in my head for the rest of the day now. Between that and the ringing in my ears, I really don't see how I'm still sane. I have tinnitus, by the way, in case you weren't wondering.
Yeah. Let's see.
So, doesn't bother me anymore.
And do you remember when you were there and Paul ran up?
It was like, who is this guy? Who is he?
He looks like an evil terrorist dude. Oh wait, he's wearing the same jacket that I am. I guess that means he's a friendly. And then, yeah.
It was like the dialogue played out, and it was like, what? What's going on here?
When the Statue of Liberty get blown up?
What's going on here?
I've got no idea what's going on, and I'm only 5 minutes into this thing.
What? Someone please explain. What am I doing here? Why am I here?
And let me recreate what happened. Then Paul. Okay.
We also have to remain stealthy.
Okay.
Rocket launcher.
I'm going to take the rocket launcher and crash. Damn it!
Yeah.
So I had to reload it, and I must say, what's the first thing you want to hear when you think Deus Ex? The theme song.
Yeah, the theme
It
song.
would help if it was remastered and didn't sound like it was played through a static radio.
I have to say, best theme song I've heard.
It's like this. It do do and do do do. It sounds like the guy's trying to tune the radio in the middle of the song.
Best theme song I've heard is Nerevar Rising from Morrowind.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of which, actually no, I'll save that for later, because I want to weave in a little thing about player choices and how that matters.
Oh, player choice. But didn't you know? This game is full of player choice. It's an RPG. Bullshit.
He's vomiting sarcasm.
It's just projecting from my mouth and cock.
If I didn't
No
have to,
cracks.
if I didn't have to sit this close to the microphone so that it would pick up my voice properly, I'd be moving away now.
Yeah, someday we'll figure out how to put two microphones into the same computer.
Yes, we're low tech by comparison,
Uh-huh.
but who cares? We're making good videos.
Or at least Syndicate was funny.
It gets the job done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's not really a good start to the game, is it? When you see melted Lego blocks arranged in the statue of a person.
No. Yeah. They all sound like they were trying to be Christopher Nolan's Batman.
Except instead of just a gravelly voice, they've also swallowed a vocoder.
Yeah. You know, Soundwave wouldn't look too out of place here. And no, this is not good Soundwave.
Soundwave would be a pop singer.
I'm talking about Michael Bay's Soundwave. Not the good Soundwave.
Michael Bay's Soundwave was the original Soundwave, just without the vocoder to make his voice memorable.
And
Decepticons, we've located the shard.
I'll have you know, that was actually Frank Welker, which only makes me hate Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave even more, because they had the decency to get the original voice actor for Soundwave, but not the decency to give him the bloody vocoder.
Uh-huh.
I mean, seriously.
But then again, I hate
Although I have to
Transformers, or Michael Bay's Transformers trilogy in general.
Although I do have to give Soundwave props for actually pulling off the gravelly Batman voice.
Yeah. Who thought Frank Welker could do that?
Anyone who watched Transformers G1,
Oh, yeah.
it's just there. He had the vocoder that makes...
You fool, Starscream.
It's just there. He had the vocoder to make his voice so iconic.
Yeah. You can't have Soundwave without that voice.
And if Soundwave has no voice at all...
Well, actually, you know what would have made me play Deus Ex through to the very end? If there was a mod to make J.C. Denton look and sound like Soundwave.
Especially Transformers Prime Soundwave. Who is
I
not
guess, but you can't go wrong with that truck form boombox he had in Gen 1 and Fall of Cybertron.
I don't remember him turning into a truck in Gen 1, but it was...
No, that was the boombox.
He was a tape recorder. It was War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron that gave him the boombox form, and it was awesome!
Well, you can't deny that the boombox and truck one isn't bad. By the way, I love at the end of War for Cybertron in the credits where he just transforms into a boombox and the ending theme plays. That was awesome. Almost as awesome as, say, Bumblebee pulls up, and out comes Optimus, Jazz, Ironhide, and every single Autobot you play as out of his chassis, and then he transforms and runs after them. You gotta fucking pay, you assholes!
So yeah, and so back onto Deus Ex, 5 saves later.
Oh yes, you have to save manually if you actually want to get somewhere.
Yeah, 5 saves later, we got to the top of the bloody tower. Only for the guy we were supposed to kill to surrender and hand over this jar of what I thought was expensive-looking blue wine.
No, it's high-quality oil. Because it's not augments.
No, augments should not be that big. What, is he providing augments for an entire bloody city?
No, wait, he's shoving it up his ass.
Free augments for you all!
And then he drops it and it shatters, and then he's like, oopsie, and everyone's going, you dildo!
Everyone pulls out high-powered sniper rifles and puts a cap in his head. Idiot. So yeah.
Who remembers Paul's brother coming out of nowhere going, are you out of your mind? And start shooting!
You mean Paul himself?
Yeah.
It's like...
Are you out of your mind? No, are you out of yours? Start shooting. You fucking must be!
I was like, you used up all your rockets and half your pistol ammo.
Used up all my rockets, half my pistol, and all my shotgun. And I had to drop it.
I love your reaction when you got back to base. It was like, what the fuck? I filled you with enough lead to make 200 pencils!
And I blew your legs off!
That was like really fucking strange. So yeah, I had to go get a checkup at medical, new gear, blah 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 blah.
Or blah blah Deus Ex blah.
So,
All that just felt like filler.
And then it's back to the office to sit at your desk for a few hours and tiddle around, watch a few futuristic pornos.
On the topic of the armory, I must say, I love the guy there. Pam.
We got ammo, we got armor, and we got some hack tools for you. I didn't expect it the day on the job to feel that great. Hey, you kill all the civilians, all you get is a hack tool, no ammo or armor for you. It's your fucking job to give me that shit, you bitch! I'm reporting you and you're getting fired.
Let me rewrite that scene.
Give me that ammo. It's your job. I'll outrank you by 3 bars. So give me that ammo or I'll put a cap in your head and jump over this counter right now.
Now tell me it wouldn't be cool
How about that
to
for a
leap
player
over
choice?
the counter, bash the guy senseless, and then
You'll have to go through the glass
and then
first, but he could probably do that.
yeah, then swipe all his ammo.
What do you know what? Adam Jensen wouldn't just stand there and take it. There would be an option allowing you to beat the crap out of him.
Although, I love Adam Jensen's reactions with Pritchard.
Oh, yes. Hey, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi come to grace us with his life-preserving presence. Pritchard.
Yes, and who can forget his line if you go into the women's restroom? You have undergone many changes, Jensen, but you have not become a woman. Stay out of the women's restrooms.
Well, how did he know I was in the women's restroom? He fucking saw you going into the women's restroom!
Didn't you see the cameras? It's like,
If you want to do that, shoot the cameras first.
yeah, but that sets off an alarm, and then everyone comes and tries to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you can even draw your weapon inside the Seraph buildings. But anyway.
Oh, no, I did. I had a shooting spree there.
So yeah,
Of course, by shooting spree, I mean kill them while remaining undetected, and then I get a stream of emails saying, I know you'll catch the killer. I raid rooms. I know you'll catch the thief. I'm the one doing it! Oh my god, the irony.
the interesting thing is, because you're chief of security, no one suspects it's you.
I know. Oh, the irony. The guy you appointed and the guy you never suspect is the guy that's stealing and killing.
Now, why did we
Stupid life preserve.
Why did we get sidetracked onto Human Revolution?
Because it's a much better game.
Because that actually has player choice. Morrowind has player choice. You can kill anyone you want, even plot relevant characters. The other thing is, when they die, the game tells you what an idiot you are, and that you can either keep playing and live with your stupid mistake, or you can reload and try again, and this time exercise a little restraint.
Yeah.
And I like that. I honestly do like that. It's just that Morrowind looks like arse and plays like arse. But ultimately, I appreciate the game for what it is. I just wish more RPGs would be like it.
Oh, you want to know something regarding player choice? Deus Ex is actually very light on these.
You can choose what weapons to use. You can choose how to approach things, but ultimately you can't make any lasting impact.
Hell, there's dialogue choices. I'm made of steel, figuratively. When talking to a mecha android thingy. And, dude, that's actually insulting to them. But sometimes it's the only choice that comes off as non-dickish. And when I used it the first time, I actually didn't know there was an insult because nothing told me that it was. So bam, someone doesn't like me. Great, now I have to kill him to get his ammo.
And they had similar things in...
Also, Deus Ex Human Revolution has side quests. Deus Ex has nothing. There's just the main quest. It tricks you into thinking there's side missions, which are, in as big air quotes as Microsoft Word will allow, optional parts of the mission.
Yeah, you don't do them, you can't go on.
Uh-huh. Oh, the only optional one that wasn't optional was paying some guy 2,000 credits to get a code to a phone booth. Open it up. It leads nowhere out except for a ladder. I found that ladder without having to go into the fucking phone booth. Are you telling me that I didn't have to do that part? Of course, that's where I turned it down, or turned off the game for good. But, more on that later.
Yeah, it was like storming a fort with high walls, and naturally you thought, doesn't seem to be a door, but there's plenty of boxes. Let's stack them up.
Yeah, because you naturally think you're storming a fort, and they probably have the door barricaded. Yeah. That's your first
if
thought.
There's a door at all.
Yeah. Oh, there's probably going to be a door, unless it's a secret underground society.
Secret underground trapdoor, but even so, that'd probably be barricaded too.
Yeah. So I try to stack the boxes, but there aren't enough. And then I find out that there is a door, and they've already rushed in and killed everyone. Okay, first off, the fuck did you need me for? Second...
Yeah, way to make the player feel useless.
And second, I wasted all my bioelectric energy...
trying to get over the wall.
Yo, if that actually worked, or if that actually allowed me to jump over the wall, I would be... One, I'd be trying to kill them, and second, I'd be saying, haha, in your face, I actually can do that. But no, now I'm just pissed off. Use all my electric energy, which can only... Well, actually, that's not so bad as it's refilled by food, and you can't walk 2 steps without tripping over, like, a Happy Meal or something.
Speaking of scaling the walls, that's one thing I'm very disappointed in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for not doing.
The grappling hook.
The grappling hook, the wingsuit.
Those are just glorified set pieces.
If they
with the illusion of control.
If they put their mind to it, they can make some truly inventive gameplay. I mean, think of the set pieces as being like shooting gallery based, you know, where you're always trying to get your advantage here. You're not sitting there pumping as many rounds down range as you can. You're ducking, weaving, moving, using all of your tricks so that, one, you avoid getting shot, and two, you get the maximum advantage.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's plenty of high buildings that you can't get to. Shoot a grappling hook at one of them, get a height advantage, and start picking them off.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well use the tall buildings before someone blows it up.
Yeah. They give you active camo in the second level, and everyone sees you anyway.
Maybe that's because of the big fuck-off gun.
The big floaty gun, yes.
That's not covered. When will we learn? If you're gonna rip off the Predator...
Or Ghost Recon.
Do it the whole way.
Actually...
Their camo cloaks their gun, and for the Predator, it cloaks his blades, his plasma caster. The only thing it doesn't block is the charge it builds. And you know what? That's fine. It's a plasma weapon. It's gonna do that.
And what stops the Ghost's active camouflage from being
It's based on slow movement, much like the Elite's camo. The faster you go, the more it reveals.
The faster you go, the more it distorts.
Yeah. That's where the Predator got it right.
Crisis did the cloaking very well.
Yeah, the faster you move, the faster it drains.
Yep. And apparently Crisis 3 is going to capitalize on that as much as it can, plus its storytelling. And I haven't played Crisis 3 yet, but I am very interested, much like I'm very interested in Metal Gear Rising. I refuse to call it Revengeance because it's a stupid title. Metal Gear Rising is good enough for me.
So anyway, the game is just so boring, and also...
I think your best choice was blowing up the TNT with 2 bullets.
What TNT? You mean the one in the tunnel?
Yeah, after you got run over by a train and blown up by some crates.
Oh, by the way, you may want to say all this before going on to the next part. But I'd like to say that because the game was so boring, we actually didn't play through it much. And even now, I only progressed 1 level. That's because it's really that boring and we're just finding other things.
Your most inventive choice was...
But hey, this is a podcast.
Yeah, your most inventive choice was blowing up some crates of TNT to blow the other guys to hell.
Yeah, because they were gathered around it. So what if the hostages died? I didn't have to go through that fucking train section again. By the way, that was actually pretty funny.
Why would they stack the hostages near the TNT anyway?
They didn't like Billy.
I mean, one wrong shot from either side, and everyone goes up. Isn't that kind of counter to the point of having a hostage?
Isn't that like putting a noose around your neck while on a platform trying to shoot them? But, you know, the guy's got a Ripper from Dead Space and can easily saw out the plank from under you.
Yeah. Speaking of which, still want to get Dead Space 3.
It looks pretty good.
This is how boring Dead Space...
Dead Space is boring? You shit your pants!
No, slip of the tongue. This is how boring Deus Ex is. We're talking about other games instead of Deus Ex.
A little fun fact about Dead Space 3. It's actually got a new horde sort of necromorph called the Feeder, which replaces the Pack. And actually very interesting.
I think they're just the Pack that's grown up.
Oh, no. They're actual humans who, out of necessity, has eaten necromorph-infected flesh. And the virus has progressed through them, and, you know, they've turned into a hybrid of dead and still living tissue, and they're the only necromorphs who actually eat. They're actually the only ones who I've seen eating. And they are always looking for something to eat. Hell, even after eating, about an hour or a few minutes later, the guy's looking for anything else. Even his fellow man. But he's dead.
Yeah.
He's gonna die. And now he's some sort of half-alive, half-dead creature, much like the Guardian.
Like a zombie.
Mm-hmm. Like the zombies from 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, actually.
28 Days Later is a good movie, 28 Weeks Later is shit.
It's not that bad when you compare it to other movies. Secret of Nim 2.
Any movie is better than Secret of Nim 2. Even any of the Land Before Time movies past number 10.
Number 7 was where it lost all sense. It was starting to lose it well before then. From 5 onwards, you could tell it was starting to lose that charm.
It was starting to peter off, but it still kept that into... It still kept that from 7 into 10, and then just kind of dropped it from there.
My analogy was, the first one has this great big bundle of sticks. The second one tries to carry on, but it loses that stick, or those bundle of sticks, so it comes off as weak. The third one actually tries going back for the sticks. It picks it all up at the start, but loses half of it by the end. The fourth one decides that instead of going back, it's going to try and hold on to its sticks, but loses half of that. The fifth one just didn't care and just kept moving. And eventually, every other sequel, they've been losing sticks until finally they decided, at the 10th, you know what? I'm not going to go back. I'm just gonna throw this in the fire and set it on fire.
Gonna throw it in the fireplace, light it. Yeah.
Yep. And ever since then, it's been smoking the fumes.
Now, problems with Deus Ex. This is your favorite part.
Oh, yes.
Like the aiming time. You gotta hover the crosshair over the guy until these little things slowly move to the center.
Oh, but first, I'm going to quote this from here because, you know, this actually was my favorite part from the script, so I'm just going to say this. So, after clearing the street of dudes, I found a ladder that would take me to the rooftops. After climbing it, however, my keeper was being a temperamental bitch, and thought that when I said kill the guy with the flamethrower, I really meant, do the limbo and have to do it all over again. And, yeah, that's over.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that was my favorite part of the rant, writing that part.
That was like...
Limbo, limbo, do the limbo,
You rage
limbo,
quit
limbo.
so bad on that one.
Oh, yeah. You should have seen Cabela's Dangerous Hunt on the Wii. You were, twiddling your thumbs at Horsham and, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was away from home at that point. This is long before IRAS.
Yeah, and, you know... Yep.
So I played that game and I couldn't figure out what to do. It was like...
And Reaper, I'm there, so doing all the fucking thing, and then I died for the 15th time. I was just like...
Fuck this shit.
And I walk out, I don't even turn it off, and all the while you just hear laughter from the lounge room. Because my dad was there, watching. He was the one that even got the game, trying to get me to play the Wii.
If he wanted you to play the Wii, why not buy Super Smash Bros. Brawl?
I have no idea.
Well, the price tag on Brawl is possibly the reason.
Yeah. I like how my voice sounds a lot older than what I am.
Yeah.
I also sound drunk. By the way, there are demons on every level of society.
Yes, there are. They're called politicians. My favorite quote from Mass Effect 3, politicians are the weeds of the galaxy.
Time to trim them!
So yes, aiming time in Deus Ex is the reason why we have ADS in games.
Mm-hmm.
You know why there's no ADS in Halo?
Because it didn't fucking need it.
No, if you look at the Spartan models in-game, they are already looking down the sights. They lined up their guns with the crosshairs on their screens, on their helmets. So they don't need to ADS. They don't need iron sights on their guns.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually very inventive and makes it seem a lot better. And the books even...
The only things that have iron sights are scoped weapons. And whenever you go to click in the thumbstick with something like the assault rifle, you only get binoculars.
It brings up binoculars, which are still very useful because you can start spotting.
Oh, don't think that this will allow an assault rifle to have the awesome range of, say, a sniper rifle. No, I've already tried that. It doesn't work. But you know what? I'm cool with that. I'm mostly up in their face anyway.
Yeah, shotgun range.
Yep.
Personally, I prefer to sit back and snipe with a DMR. Then again, I'm usually a long-range fighter anyway.
And so anyway, Duke Nukem Forever took 12 years to come out. What's that? Why don't we bring it up? Well, I'm saying...
it's only just that the reload times took...
Wait, no, listen. Well, it's only... Well, I'm just saying that the reload times in Deus Ex take longer than the making of Dick Not Finished. Or Dick Not Finished.
Dick Not Finished.
Duke Nukem Forever. Using the letters D, N, F.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who's the dick, because there's so many of them.
Anything for a fan.
And then you draw a dick in his book. That's what I did.
Oh, who remembers Operation Cockblock?
Yep. I erased everything on the board and drew a giant dick.
Damn, how do we not see that? They always say that, no matter what. You can put a picture of a flower, and they'll be like, damn, how did we not see that?
You can just...
Because you're not gay.
No. I'm wondering...
And with the dick thing, damn, how did we not see that? Because you're gay. Flower, because you're not gay. Damn it!
Yeah.
They're fucking anti-sexual, or bisexual, something along the
Yeah,
lines.
Deus Ex's story makes no sense when you compare it to other games which have better stories. I mean, Far Cry 3, Transformers...
And here's the
Cybertron.
story from what I can get. Some nano-augmented guy comes out of the ether, goes to Liberty Island with a statue already pre-blown. Guess which one? You've got 3 guesses, only one of which is correct. What's that? That's right, it is the Statue of Liberty. Anyway, Statue of Liberty is already pre-blown up. You go in, the guy's already surrendered. In my case, Paul tries to betray you very early on. You meet some bad guy, and... Or you meet some shit armory guy. The doctor's actually pretty nice. A bitchy partner who actually gets better if you take all the renegade choices. And by that I mean kill everyone.
Yeah, I think I'd rather play Mass Effect 3 for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And then you go up a ladder to go to a building to get some crate of something, yet you already got a crate of something from the fort over there. And then you go back to base and they tell you to go back to Battery Park so you can take the subway and... It makes no sense!
Yeah.
I must be missing some crucial context here.
Well...
But I don't think even God can save this shit.
Yeah. So, in our opinion, the game sucks. But if you like it, that's...
More power to you.
Yeah, more power to you, but... Yeah, we don't hate the Deus Ex series, just...
No, I like Deus Ex Human Revolution pretty fucking much. But the previous 2 are made a fail.
Mostly because Deus Ex has not aged well.
Mm-hmm. And Deus Ex 2, Invisible War.
Oh, God, no. No.
Paper, if you want to talk about it, go on.
Okay. The universal ammo system, where you simply pick up ammo, and as long as you have these little purple vials on your screen, you can fire your weapons. That might have been so that you can keep using your favorite weapon without having to switch, but if your favorite weapon runs out of ammo, and you have universal ammo, no need to reload. When your favorite weapon runs out of ammo, not only are you out of your favorite weapon ammo, but you also have no other means to defend yourself. Dead Space 3 might have infinite ammo? No. It might have universal ammo, but you still have to reload. Which is good because if you have to reload...
Wait, Dead Space 3 has universal ammo?
Universal ammo, yeah. That way if you're constantly switching between your weapons or upgrading them at every upgrade bench, you're not left with 10 million line gun racks with a weapon that no longer has a line gun.
Ah. Yeah, that makes sense, I suppose.
Plus, some people probably have complained about it being an action game by now, but seriously, it's the 3rd time he's fought the Necromorphs. I'd bring an assault rifle or a machine gun as well. I'd bring some heavy-duty firepower, and I'd be packing whatever I can to kill them. So, yeah, it makes sense that it's going to have more of an action focus this time around.
Me, you can't go past the trusty flamethrower. It's never failed me against a brute, it's never failed me against the Ubermorph or Hunter, and it won't fail me in Dead Space 3.
Especially when you strap it to the underside of a shotgun.
Uh-huh. Or an assault rifle.
So yeah.
Either one.
For Dead Space 3, cannot wait.
We haven't played it.
Cannot wait to play it. Not looking forward to the EA Online passes. Not looking forward to the EA monetization.
But we have more on that later. And since we still got a little bit of time, I'm going to say this. The way my reviewing or ranting scale goes on a game that I like or hate, it actually goes on, does the positives outweigh the negatives?
Sadly, in Deus Ex's case, Deus
There
Ex
are
1,
no positives I found, and
There's
coming
no-
from someone who's actually found a lot of positive stuff in games that other people hate, you can actually testify to that.
Yes, I can.
I can't find a single positive thing. Maybe that's because it's too boring for me to get into the thick of it.
Probably because we don't have the same nostalgia as other people who can find those positives. I'm sorry, but we just don't see it.
Yeah.
But again, if you like it, that's great. More power to you.
My verdict
don't
is...
Don't let our verdict stop you from enjoying the game.
Our
No,
verdict
no.
is... Our verdict is actually our opinion.
Yeah, this is just all our opinion, and we'd like to make that very clear.
This is all opinion. And as far as I know, opinions are... Damn, I've forgotten.
Well,
You shouldn't hate them, pretty much.
No.
I think that's how the post went. I don't know.
yeah, that's pretty much how it went. But
Anyway, my verdict for the game, or my opinion of the game, damn it to hell. As evidenced by the Pinkie Pie avatar intro picture. And of course, you never changed from the smug grin, you fucking smug bastard.
yeah, we claim no ownership over the pictures. We just happen to find them on the internet.
Yep. We claim no ownership on the pictures. We only claim ownership on our voices and the time and effort it took to make the videos and to find the pictures. And yet we still can't find the artists.
Except for the guy who allowed us to use the Pinkie Pie plot picture. Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Someday I will learn how to pronounce your username.
Well, that does it for us.
Thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to view this. If you'd like us to rant about... Actually, you know what? I'm going to try and do this in a very speedy voice. And... Well, that does it for me. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to view this. If you have questions, advice, or want me to talk about something in particular, leave them in the comments below or email me at spartan001@y7mail.com. I'm Burnout117, or Bernie, and I'll see you next time. Peace, bro!
Peace. Spartan001@y7mail.com, or leave your questions, advice, or requests in the comments below. See ya!
Pretty much, it's the standard outro. Peace, bro.
Peace.
Insert classy outro here. Again. Go!